My ultimate spaghetti and clam starts out with little neck clams, right? And I'm gonna use like a really great pan that I love to cook with, and that's my turkey roaster. Then we're gonna add some extra virgin olive oil to this, and just kind of let the pan warm up for a couple minutes, right? But the first ingredient, other than the olive oil, it's gonna go in is pancetta, right? I've got my pancetta in the freezer, all right? So it's a lot easier to slice. All right, when it's nice and cold. Sometimes when you leave it at room temperature, it kind of flops all over the place. So I want to get a really good dice out of it. So I'll throw it in the freezer for a good 20 minutes before I'm ready to cut it, and just cuts up in perfect little cubes. So we're gonna cut it in 3 pieces, right? And then cut the slices into sticks, and then cut the sticks into cubes. It's a great combination with clams. All right, so we've got our pancetta. We're gonna throw this in the bottom of our pan. We got a little bit of smoke here, which is great. All right, which means we're gonna sear our pancetta bits. All right, we're gonna get some really good flavor out of these guys, and just kind of let it go for a couple minutes. All right, it smells good already. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take 2 heads of garlic. All right, we're just gonna crush them and take all the cloves out. And we're just gonna take the garlic, we're gonna add it right to the saute pan, and we're gonna begin to toast the garlic. You wanna cook garlic nice and slow. It actually contains quite a bit of sugar, which means it burns really quickly. Take a spoon, just gonna stir the whole thing together. Make sure all the bits of pancetta and the garlic are getting to know each other real well, right in the bottom. Now I've got about 2 pounds of clams here, which are plenty for 4 people here. Now these are like little neck clams. All right, they picked it from the market today, and this is a perfect size to use. Now there's little neck clams, and there's one size a little bigger than this called a cherry stone. Anything in between these 2 sizes are perfect for this particular dish. All right, so we're gonna take these guys, I'm just gonna throw them right in. Now we wash them, we scrub them really well with a brush, okay? And before we toss them in, we're just gonna take a look at them, and you just wanna make sure you go through them once, give them a little tap, all right? They all should be closed. If any of them are open, throw it into the garbage can before you cook that with everything else, okay? So you got this guy here, all right? I'll throw it right into the pan. Gonna give it a good toss. All right, so that's gonna be the base. Now the pancetta and the heat from the olive oil are gonna start to crack the clams open just a little bit. All right, we've also got some great cherry tomatoes. They got some red cherries and some yellow cherries. It doesn't have to be 2 colors, could be 1. All right, anything in this family is gonna be perfect for this. All right, we're gonna take them, just make sure we give them a good little rinse before we throw them in. All right, drop into a colander, just like that. So you're gonna give them a quick little rinse, toss them around. All right, got tomatoes, you got a little bit of white wine. All right, we're gonna take the tomatoes and just kind of throw them right on top. All right, and those are gonna cook with all the other flavors. The chilies, the garlic, the pancetta. We're gonna splash it with a little bit of white wine just to give the clams a little bit of steam to kind of help them open. Maybe a half a cup of white wine. And then we're gonna add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil to this, just so it's nice and rich. All right, we're gonna throw this into the oven at 375 degrees. Now, when the clams are ready, it always seems to be a different time. It's somewhere between like 20 and 25 minutes because the clams will open up at different rates. Now, when a clam gets plunked out of the ocean, it goes and soaks up a little bit of ocean water, right? Now, when you cook it, it's gonna release the ocean water into the bottom with all those great pan drippings. So we want to make sure they all open up. So if they're not open, just put it back in the oven for a couple more minutes and you'll be great. All right, cool. All right, so that's gonna go in. Okay, the clams smell good already. I got a pound of pasta, okay? We're gonna pop that off. And we have a gallon of water that's simmering away back here. And then when the Italians make pasta, they really believe the water should taste like the ocean. So a nice big handful, all right, of good kosher salt. We're gonna throw that in. All right, I've got a pound of pasta, a gallon of boiling water. You wanna make sure you got lots of water to cook the pasta in. All right, and just let that go. All right, we take our pasta, a pound of pasta, gallon of water, a lot of salt. Okay? Because when the Italians make pasta, they really believe that the water should taste like the ocean. So you want to be a little liberal with that. Because pasta has a flavor, it has a taste. It's made with eggs. You know, you can actually taste that if you season the water. So we're going to dump this whole thing out. When people are making pasta, they think you have to put olive oil in the water. And what you want to do is put olive oil when it comes out. And just sprinkle it right on top. All right, so it's not going to stick together. We've got clams, we got pancetta, cherry tomatoes, and olive oil. How bad can that be? All right, then we've got some spaghetti. just came out of the water. We toss it with a little bit of olive oil so the noodles just kind of fall apart right into the bowl. And this is how I present the entire thing. All right, we take all this great flavor, they've roasted together, the clams, the cherry tomatoes, all that great broth. And this is something I like to really kind of save until the guests come over, because I think it's a really kind of impressive. It's one of those things I call culinary pyrotechnics. Everybody's like, wow, look at all the clams coming out of the oven. All right. Then we're gonna finish it up. A little bit of fresh basil right on top, just to give a little bit of color, and a fresh little herb pop right at the end. Just kind of sprinkle on the top. And we're gonna finish off with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. And you've got a delicious meal. All right, finish it up just like that.